Hello and welcome to my channel. I plan to record my journey towards FIRE, financial independence, and retire early in this channel. Currently, I mainly focus on sharing my Canadian dividend stock investment journey and those stocks in my portfolio. This is the way that let money works for you and generate more money. In the future, I will also add contents introducing products that saves you money. So if you are interested in these topics, hit the like button to let me know. Subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification to get the latest update. And now, let's get started. The company we are looking at today is WSP Global Inc. It is a Canadian company providing management and consultancy services to the built and natural environment. It has business in the US, Canada, the United Kingdom, Sweden, Europe, the Middle East, India, Africa, Australia, Asia, New Zealand, and internationally. In their last year's annual report, they presented revenues of 8.8 billion, and they also have 8.4 billion of backlog. This means they have a lot of workload at hand, and they were not lack of businesses. And what attracted me is that they show their ability to achieve a free cash flow as 266% of net earnings trailing 12 months. It is always good to see a company to have great free cash flow at their hand. And in the first quarter of 2021, WSP has achieved its backlog organic growth of 5.5%. And in their revenues breakdown, 44% relies in the transportation and infrastructure, 26% are in the property and buildings, 15% are in the environment, and the rest are resources, power and energy, as well as industry. And in Americas, WSP has achieved its backlog organic growth of 0.8%, and 64% of their revenues relies in transportation and infrastructure, 15% are in property and buildings, 14% are in environment, 4% are in power and energy, and 3% are in the resources. And in EMEA, they achieved the backlog organic growth of 2.5%, and they have a similar structure of their net revenues. And in APAC, they achieved backlog organic growth of 0.4%, and their revenues also mainly comes from transportation and infrastructure, as well as property and buildings. From this, we can tell that WSP's business has been dispensed globally, and they have a pretty healthy backlog growth. And one of WSP's current projects is the GO Transit network expansion of Union Station in Toronto. This project aims to transform the transit in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area, and the role of WSP here is to oversee all the structural, civil, utility, mechanical, electrical, traffic, and environmental designs. As a person living in Toronto, I'm pretty happy to see this is happening, and I would like to make investment in such a company that has made changes in the city that I live in. So except for this project, that actually I can feel it and see it myself, WSP also have a lot of different projects in different places in the world. For example, they have this clean energy generation project in Colombia. They have this overseeing infrastructure projects in Qatar. They have this flood remediation and water enhancement project in New Zealand, as well as implementing cutting-edge technologies in Hong Kong. Currently, the share price of WSP is $141.5 per share. The company has a market cap of 16 billion, which is pretty high. The beta value of the stock is 0.97. Usually, a beta value higher than 1 means the stock is more volatile than the market average, and a beta value that is lower than 1 means the stock is less volatile. The P/E ratio of WSP currently is a little high, it's 45. The current P/E ratio of WSP is also higher than its 5-year average, meaning that currently WSP might be a little bit overvalued. And the dividend that WSP currently offers is 1.07%, meaning that you will get $1.5 per share per year from WSP. And WSP pays a quarterly dividend. The payout ratio of WSP is 47.77%. This is pretty healthy, meaning that the dividend paid by the company is sustainable and has a potential to increase in the future. Even though WSP's dividend yield is not very high, it's just around 1%, the performance of its increase in its stock price has been pretty well, not only this year, but also according to its history. Here we can see the history of the stock performance of WSP. We can see since 2014, in the long term, the stock price of WSP has been consistently increasing. And just for this year, the stock price of WSP has been increased for around 18%. That is a pretty nice return. And we can calculate the current ratio of WSP from its balance sheet. The way we calculate current ratio is to use its current assets to divide it by its current liabilities. Usually, a current ratio higher than 1 means the financial status of the company is pretty good, and if the current ratio is higher than 2, that means the financial status of the company is extremely good. So now let's see how WSP performs. So the current asset of WSP is 33,007,00, and we use it to divide it by its current liability, which is 3,189,700. So you can see the current ratio of WSP is 1.03, which is higher than 1. So we can tell that currently the financial status of WSP is good. And in the cash flow, we can see the trend of the change in WSP's cash flow in the last row. So the data here Yahoo Finance offers starts from 2018. We can see in the past 4 years, the free cash flow that WSP holds has been increased year by year, and this is a good sign for the company. Currently in my portfolio, I hold 5 shares of WSP with a total value of $707.5. My average buying price is $126.5 per share, and WSP takes up around 3.89% of my entire portfolio. My all-time return of WSP is 11.85% up, meaning that I have earned around $75 since I bought this stock. Overall, I think WSP is a pretty solid company as it offers design and consultancy of constructions globally, and the increase of its stock price has also been performed pretty well according to its history. One indicator that may not look that ideal is the PE ratio, which is over 20 and also higher than its 5-year average. However, I suggest you to at least put this stock into your watch list and could consider to start buying them once the PE ratio has dropped to its 5-year average or when the stock price has been dropped a little bit. So what do you think about WSP? Do you already hold WSP in your portfolio? Or after watching my video, are you thinking about putting it into your watch list or buy some WSP stocks? Leave a comment to let me know. I would like to hear your opinions. Thanks for watching my video. If you like it, hit the like button to let me know. If you are looking for a zero commission fee platform to invest stocks, I recommend you Wealthsimple Trade. If you are looking for high interest saving account, Wealthsimple Cash offers 0.77% interest and EQ Bank offers you 1.25% interest, which are all higher than the big banks. Check out my referral links in the description to get a referral bonus when opening these accounts. Thanks again for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next video.